And you can come to all fours once you find your way there. All right. Turn your right shin back towards the back edge of your mat and bring your left big toe in line with your right knee. And then take your left arm over your head and just reach from your left foot to your left hand. So you're going to feel a nice stretch along this outside seam of your body, hip bone to armpit. Maybe even look up under the armpit to the ceiling. Good, and then spin your right toes towards the back of your mat, bend your left knee, and sit onto the right heel. Take your left fingertips inside of your left leg and reach your right arm up and over. Reach, reach, reach. And maybe even look up under the right armpit towards the ceiling. So we're gonna make a wave and then kind of become the wave, move into this flow state, linking it with our breath. So on your next inhale, plant your right hand, reach your left arm up, and exhale here. And then inhale, bend your left knee, and reach your right arm over your head here. And then inhale, switch, right hand. Exhale, left arm. And then switch, inhale. And right arm, exhale. And just do this one more time. Inhale, right hand down. And left arm, exhale. And then inhale, left hand to the back. And exhale, right arm. And then come back to all fours. Take a couple breaths here. And we'll switch. So when you're ready, spin your left shin back, bring your right big toe in line with your left knee, and reach your right arm overhead. Open up. Beautiful. From your right foot to your right hand, turn and peek up under your right armpit. And take another big breath into this right side, right lung, right ribs. And then we'll turn the right toes to the back of the mat and sit on towards your left heel, right hand in front of you, left arm overhead. And maybe even look up under your left armpit towards the ceiling. And then we'll flow with our breath. Inhale, left hand down. Exhale, right arm overhead. Inhale, bend your right knee, right hand down. Exhale, left arm overhead. And let this become your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, left hand forward. You got it. Exhale, right arm overhead. Press your pelvis forward. Inhale. Exhale, left arm overhead. And then just gently find your way back to all fours. Good, down dog. Tuck your toes when you're ready. Lift your hips, lift your knees. You might even keep a little soft bend in your knees in down dog if that helps you to lift your pelvis up off your ribs. Reach the crown of your head forward towards the space between your two thumb tips. Lift up through the sitting bones, the top of the thighs, and pour the rib cage forward out of your pelvis. One more breath. Good. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Walk back to the back of your mat. Fold forward. Find your fit. Feel free to widen as you need more room here. Or keep the feet hips width if you don't need that room yet. You can walk your hands out, hands on blocks, fold from the hip joint, whatever works well for your body here. Find your fit. Take a moment and feel what works best for your body and your baby today. And on your next inhalation, slide your hands up your shins and look forward to the top of your mat. And then as you exhale, hug in around baby, hands to hips. And as you inhale, rise to stand. And then exhale, firm the thighs, lengthen the tailbone, open the chest. Good. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down through the heart center and all the way down to your belly center. Close your eyes. Take a full breath down to baby. And as you exhale, tone the pelvic floor, hug in around your baby. Again, big breath down to your belly. Exhale, hug in around your baby. Open your eyes, turn your feet out, feet about mat's width apart, bend your knees, circle your arms up overhead, look up, palms touch. Exhale, modified malasana, halfway down and hug in with your legs or all the way down for full yogi squat here. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Bring your breastbone to your thumbs. 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, 3. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Spin your inner heels out, lift your hips up, take a big breath in. Lower your knees to the ground. Inhale, cow tilt. Release to the top of the toes, melt your belly, open your chest, look up. Exhale, round your spine, wrap around your baby, scoop your tailbone. And inhale, arch, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, neutral, and head back. Tuck the toes, down dog. Good. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Find your fit, find your fold. Full breath in. Full breath out. Hands to your shins. Inhale, half lift. Hands to your hips. Exhale, hug in around your baby. And inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, strong legs, open chest. Inhale, circle your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down the midline, down to your belly. Close your eyes. 1. Full breath in. And as you exhale, hug in. And then open your eyes. Last round. Feet mat's width, toes turn out a little. Bend your knees, scoop it up. Look up, push into your feet. Exhale, modified, part way down and hug in or all the way down. Malasana. Just 1. Big breath in. Push into your heels, breastbone to thumbs. And then walk your hands forward, find downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Knees to the ground, release to the top of your toes. 3 rounds, cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more. Downward dog. Beautiful. Lift your hips. Take 2 more full breaths. Plug into your fingertips so you're not hanging out in the heel of the hand. Press into your fingertips like tiger claws. And feel how that creates more stability around your shoulders. Your armpits deepen, armpit bandha, fingertips grip. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Find your fit, find your fold. Full breath here. Hands to your shins. Inhale, look forward. Hands to your hips, hug in around baby. Inhale, rise. Exhale here. Good. Inhale, circle your arms up. And exhale your hands down through the heart center to your belly center. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths down to your belly. And as you exhale, hug in and tone and lift your pelvic floor. And then as you inhale, open up your eyes and grab a block. So same beginning as we've been doing. Block middle or narrow. Pick what fits best for your body. in between your inner thighs, and then squeeze into your block. We'll do this with a block, and then we'll also do this with the strap so that we can work both the inner thighs and the outer hips for pelvic stability. Squeeze your block, open up through your hip flexors, stand up nice and tall. Yeah, good. Inhale, sit back in your heels, sit your hips back. Good. Exhale, squeeze the block and stand. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, squeeze the block and stand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Squeeze the block, hug in around baby, pelvic floor lifts, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Last one, inhale. Exhale, 1. Good, grab your strap. So if you don't have a strap, you could do about 8 more with the block. But if you do have a strap, go ahead and grab your strap, and then you can make a loop with it. So your loop will be hips width, like that. And then you'll just step through and put your strap right around your outer thighs. And this time you'll press out into the strap. So you feel your outer hips engage. Good. All right, inhale, Utkatasana, sit back. And as you exhale, press out into the strap, stand. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, press out. Good, inhale. And if you don't have the strap, or if you want to repeat with the block, that's fine too. We'll do about 5 more. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Stand tall, open the hip flexors, 4. Inhale. 3. Inhale. Press out into the strap, 2. And last one, inhale. Good, exhale, 1. All right, you can unclip the strap or move the block out of the way and stand with your feet hips width apart. So we're doing all this wave-like movement throughout the practice today. And for this one, you can start with your eyes open and then close them and really feel into the center of the torso, the spine. So we're gonna make a little wave with the spine. Bend your knees. We'll start from the pelvis. So you're going to press the pelvis forward, and then the belly, ribs, chest, and head. And you'll just keep that going. Bend the knees, press the pelvis forward, little body wave. Pelvis goes forward, and then ribs, chest, and head. Exactly. Bend your knees, move the pelvis forward, and then the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then the head, right? And keep it going. And then once it feels, it looks like it's feeling more intuitive, you can close your eyes and just make it your own, this little wave through the spine. So part of finding a wave is relaxing the effort where you don't need to be straining so that the wave can wash all the way through. 3. Bend the knees to feel that bottom of the wave. 2. 1. Now open your eyes, and can you reverse your wave? So this will feel a little groovy, right? You're going to move your head forward and then let the wave roll down, chest, ribs, bump, hips. And then move the head forward, chest, ribs, bump, hips. And just keep that going. Find your body wave. And close your eyes once it feels intuitive. If it's helpful to keep them open for balance or just to gaze towards the screen for a little frame of reference. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, that's fine too. Keep it going. Can your wave become more fluid, more connected? Really getting its own synergy behind it. For 3, 2, lubricating the spinal discs. 1, getting things moving. Find stillness. If your eyes are open, let them close. Bring your palms to face forward. Samastitihi. Feel your weight balanced in the 2 feet, front to back, side to side, left to right. Equal standing pose. How interesting is that when you're pregnant? Can you stand evenly within yourself, even with the bump? One more breath. Good. Blink your eyes open and face towards the long edge of your mat. So if you want to put a block towards either side of the mat, that might be helpful. It's nice to have blocks during pregnancy. You can just put one at the top, one at the back, and then slowly, gradually wiggle your feet apart about a leg's length. All right, and then spin your right toes towards the top of your mat. Reach your arms out wide. Your back toes, your left toes, will angle about 45 degrees. Reverse triangle. Reach down your left leg and maybe even look up under your right armpit, getting again into that side body. And then as you exhale, reach out, and you can take your right hand to the shin. You can take your right hand to a block behind the shin or to the floor. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Lift your sacrum up into your hand. Let the left hip roll forward. Feel the left inner thigh roll back, inward rotation, yeah? And the right side waist lengthens forward. Stay here or draw your left arm up or all the way out over the crown of your head, and then allow your ribs to revolve from the right to the left, your chest to revolve from the right to the left, and your vision to go up. Can your right eyeball see your left thumb? If you tend to lock out your right knee, find a little softening in the right knee and lift up through the thigh muscle instead of sitting into your joint. Take another full breath here, Trikonasana. Take your left hand to your hip, bend your right knee, grab a block if you have one, tall height under your right hand. So it's going to be a little arm extender. Step your left foot in partway, bring your block 2 feet in front of your baby toe and lift the left heel to hip height. Yeah, and then lift your left arm. Ardha Chandrasana. And if this is really challenging and you have a wall space nearby, you could do this. This is one of my favorites for prenatal, is at the wall. So you lean your hips and your shoulders and your arms into the wall, and then you feel this kind of connection neuromuscularly of where you are in space and how to stack it all up. So feel free to move to the wall. We'll be here about 4 more deep breaths. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Nice, Mariana. Beautiful. Inhale. Open your chest. 2. Flex your left foot, Caroline. Yeah. 3. Good. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale 4. Now bend your right knee. Come on back into warrior 2. Straighten your right knee, spin your 10 toes to the long edge of the mat, and then go the other way. Left toes to the back of your mat, right toes like 45 degrees. And reverse your triangle pose. So right hand down the right leg, left arm reaches back. Take a big breath, look up under your left armpit. And as you exhale, reach out with your left arm. Your left hand can find the block or the shin, or the floor behind the shin. Take your right hand to your sacrum and give yourself that right collarbone, and then lengthen forward through the left side and feel the inner right thigh spiral back, inward rotation. Right arm to the ceiling, breath is slow and steady. Find that lullaby of your Ujjayi pranayama, soothing and steady. Amp up the volume in terms of your lung capacity and also that sound, ocean sound. Soften if you lock out your left knee and engage the left thigh instead. 1 more breath. Take your right hand to your right hip, bend your left knee, and grab your block if you want. Bring your block 2 feet in front of your baby toe. Pick your right heel up to hip height. Open. Feel free to step back to the wall if that's helpful, and open your right arm. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Open across the chest and the shoulders. So lovely. Nice, Julie. 2 more. These look great. Yeah. Take a giant step back, beautiful, into warrior 2. And then from warrior two, straighten your left knee, spin your 10 toes forward, and we'll just scoop up the blocks and put them out in front of us here. Bring your hands to your hips and roll your shoulders back and down. And then lift your chest on an inhale. And as you exhale, fold halfway over. Hug your elbows in, bend your knees a little, and reach forward through the sides of the waist. Good. Bring your hands onto the blocks and pause here. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, and you can stay here. This might give you more support or fingertips to the ground, head and heart more in line, more space to soften the bump, untuck the tailbone so you don't get grippy in your belly, in your pelvic floor. Or if you still have room and it doesn't feel like it grips around your abdomen to fold and walk your hands in, you could give that a try, of course, as well. So we're going to be in this first version for about 5 more deep breaths. Can you roll the weight forward out of the heels and into the balls of your feet and lift up through the top of your thighs and sitting bones? Your knees can stay a little bent to help with that. You can keep your hands under your shoulders or on the blocks or walk them in. Yeah, good. Second variation, bend both knees just a little bit and walk your hands over towards your right leg. Can you grab your right ankle with your right hand or even both hands and reach towards it like you want to smooch your shin? Push down into your left foot and feel the left side body start to open. One more here. And then switch, walk through the center. You have a little bend in both knees. Walk over, catch with one or even both hands. The bump is inside of the leg, make space. And it's like you want to smooch your shin, pull yourself in and push down, plant down into your right foot. One more here. And come back to the center. Bring your hands to your blocks. They can be any height, middle, tall, low. Take your left hand on the block right underneath your nose. Take your right palm to your sacrum. Press down into your left hand and turn your chest towards the right. And then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and spin the palm of your right hand to the wall in front of you. Lean forward a little bit, make more space around the bump. Take a full breath in. Push into both feet, a full breath out, and then sweep your right arm forward and switch. Take your right hand onto the block, take your left hand to your sacrum. Go forward. So by that, I mean if you're back here, bring your shoulder over your wrist. Go forward. Yeah, good. Now push into your right hand, drop some weight down through that line. Lean back with your upper back, lift your left arm up, push into your feet, gorgeous. And stack it up, spin the palm of the left hand forward. Keep going forward. So there's some weight in your right hand and shoulder. One more breath. Swim your left arm forward and switch. Left hand to the block. Swim your right arm directly up without touching the sacrum. And then swim it forward and switch. Right hand to the block. Left arm swims up. And then exhale, forward and switch. Maybe no block. Keep the block or skip the block. Reach right arm up. Follow the hand with your eyes. Swim it forward and ground it. Swim your left arm up. Lean in, shoulder over wrist. Swim it forward and ground it. Do one more each side on your own. Right arm. Nice, Mariana. And then left arm, swimming. Yeah, beautiful. Come back to the center. Good. And from here, bring your hands forward if they're not already. Bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath, head and heart in line. Balance out that blood pressure. Good. Come on up. Exhale here. Wiggle your feet back in slowly. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Root down into your left foot and draw your right foot up into tree pose. That can go to your calf. You can pick it up, bring it on up to your inner thigh. And then bring your hands to your heart center, prayer seal, and rest your eyes from the screen. Look at a still point that's not a screen. And can you find that glute strength on your left side to hug it in? So your hip doesn't go out to the side. Use your hip. Reach your arms up. Place your right foot down, hips width, right arm on top of left. Big hug or grab a hold of your right wrist. Now keep your arms, bend your knees, and untuck your tailbone. Move from the joint spaces. The tailbone untucks, and the elbows go forward, and the fingers go up. Move from the joint spaces. 2 more breaths. Nice. Sit down a little deeper. Whoop, there goes my earbud. Yeah. One more. Untuck your tailbone. Circle your arms, sweep it up, stand. Hands to your heart. Switch sides. Root into your right foot. Take your left foot to your calf or pick it up and place it to your inner right thigh. And then notice your right hip. Can you keep hugging it in? Hold your ground. Gorgeous. Hands to prayer. And find a non-screen drishti point of focus for your eyes to rest on. Good, reach your arms up. Nice balance. Bring your left foot down, hips width. Left arm on top of right, like a big hug or eaglet. And then move from your joints. Untuck your tail. Move your elbows forward, fingertips up. 3 more. Last breath here. Good, circle your arms down, around, and up. Exhale, gather your hands into your heart center. And then step towards the back of your mat. Bring your feet mat's width, toes turn out a little bit. Bend your knees, scoop your arms up. And as you exhale, come on down, yogi squat, malasana. Take a full breath here. And we'll find our way back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands forward, lift your hips. Place your right thumb over to touch your left thumb. Step your right foot outside of your right pinky. Good, lower your left knee. You can put blocks under hands or hands to the ground. Take another breath here, opening up ease into the front of your hip. If there's any pubic bone pain, you'll back off a little bit and scissor your thighs in. Good. Take your hands up on top of your right thigh. Lift your torso. Reach your arms up. Right hand to your right hip, or you could grab a block and put it just right outside of your right hip on the ground, and then lean to the side. So yeah, that's it. Left hand reaches to the right wall, whether your hand is on the block, the floor, or your hip. Come back up. Left hand to your hip or a block of any height or the floor. And then lean to the left, side bend in your lunge. Yeah. Nice, Julie. You could walk your left hand out a little further and then feel how your left shoulder can, yes, release down like that from your ear. Good. And then, flying earbud. Come back to the center. Bring your hands down inside of your right foot. And you can use blocks here under the hands or hands to the floor, but we'll start to straighten the right knee as much as you can by moving your pelvis back. So feel the difference in straightening the knee by just sliding the foot forward versus moving your hips. Yeah, nice. And as you move the hips, untuck your tailbone, flick your tailbone up. Your knee can stay bent or straight. You can start to walk your hands forward. Press down into your right heel. Flex your right toes back to our hamstrings, back to where we started. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Okay, now you'll probably want blocks for this. Walk the hands or the block hands in and crisscross right knee in front of left. Point your shins and toes to the back corners. Bring your blocks onto the tallest setting. We're gonna use our hip muscles and see, it's a little tricky, especially with the bump, but can you walk your block hands in, rise to your fingertips, hug your inner thighs, oh, that's good, yeah, in, and then press the sacrum towards the pubic bone. So you're vertical. I know, it's a weird feeling. You can keep your hands on the blocks. These are like training wheels to help balance, especially as baby grows bigger. That's good, keep that. Or like we started, bring your arms into a V shape and make cups with your hands. Yeah, amazing. And then maybe lift up and look up. And take a couple more breaths. So especially in your left hip, squeeze and drive that hip forward. Good, and then from here, we'll come back down. So hands to the blocks. Oop, we froze a moment. Oh, we're back. Okay, good. Walk your blocks forward. And then spin your feet to the back corners and sit. And you're welcome to put a block under your hips to sit on. That's a good idea for some of us. So sit on the ground or sit on the block. Right knee is on top of left. Gomukhasana. Yeah, try to sit nice and even between your heels so you're not all the way over to the right side. Stack your knees, ground your sitting bones, lift your heart, and take a couple deep breaths here. Now, from here, take your right hand behind you or out to the right side. So out to your right side or clear behind you. Take your left hand, it might already be there, to your right knee, lift your chest and twist towards the right. Ground into your sitting bones, twist your chest towards the right. One more here. And then face forward again. Slide your right hand, your right knee is on top, out to the right side. And then reach your left arm out and up and overhead towards the right wall. Exactly. And you can slide that right hand out far as you need so that your right shoulder drops down away from your right ear. As you lean to the right, revolve the ribs, the chest, the vision to the left. See your left hand. Two more. And then we'll slowly come on up and switch. Left hand to the ground, right arm reaches up and then over, over, over. Yeah, good. You can slide your left hand out as far as you need to get that shoulder to drop if it's hiking up to the ear, down from the ear. And as you lean to the left, turn your ribs, your chest, your vision to the right. Take another huge breath here. And slowly come on up. And we'll come back to all fours with our crisscrossed legs. And then uncrisscross them. Good, down dog. Take a couple deep breaths here to open up your knee joints. Left hand thumb touches the right. Step your left foot outside of your left pinky. Good. Lower your right knee down. Your hands can be on the floor or on your blocks. You'll release to the top of the right toes. Again, if there's any pubic bone pain, you probably don't want to sink so far. Instead, you'll draw back a little and hug the inner thighs in, scissoring the thighs to the midline. Bring your hands onto your left thigh, lift up. You'll keep that action if there's pubic bone pain, so you're backing off and hugging in. And then take your left hand to your left hip or a block out here to your left or the floor and reach up and over with your right arm. Nice, yeah. One more. And then you'll come on back up and switch. Take your right hand to your right hip or your block or the floor and reach your left arm up and over to the right wall. And then come on back up. And bring your hands maybe on blocks or on the floor, like right inside of your left foot. And then move from your hips. So this knee might not straighten all the way. Think like cow tilt in your spine rather than cat tilt. Like you want to bring your belly down rather than your forehead down. Yeah, awesome. You can stay there or walk your hands forward. A little more. Flex your left toes. Press down into your left heel. Take one more breath here. And then come on back up and crisscross left knee on top of right or in front of right. And your shins will point back. Good. Grab your blocks if you want them. They're super helpful for this one. And walk your block hands in. They're on the tallest height. So this is the hardest part, is getting the tailbone under and lifting up. And it's a little bit of a balance. So if you want to keep your hands down, that's great. Really drive your right hip forward. Stay here or make your V-shape arms. Make your cups like you could catch raindrops, fingers in. Nice. And then maybe lift your heart. Yeah, beautiful, Emily. That's it. Move your right hip and right lung forward. Last breath. And look forward and bring your hands down onto your blocks. And you're going to move your feet out a little wider and sit. You can sit on a block if you want. Gomukhasana. So sit down. Try to sit somewhat equidistant between your two heels. Good. And take a moment just to settle in. Hands to your knees. Root down left sitting bone, right sitting bone. Look straight ahead. Take your left hand behind you, your right hand to your left knee if it's not there already. Your left hand could also be out to the side for a gentler twist and just really open from your chest. Widen your left collarbone. Come back to the center and take your left hand straight out from your left hip and reach your right arm up and over. Look up towards the palm of your right hand. Lean to the left, revolve to the right. Come on back up and switch. Right hand to the ground. Left arm up and over. Lean, 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 and look up under your left armpit. All right. From here, slowly ease your way back up, and rather than coming forward again, you can just unwind your legs, no big deal. And you'll grab your strap and make your loop that locks. Same width as it was before, it might already be measured that way. If you would rather squeeze into a block, this might be really nice if you're having pelvic pressure in the front in your pubic bone. This will be really nice if you're having that SI joint issue. So you can put your strap around your thighs, and then to get onto your back, lie down on your left side, roll onto your back, and set up for bridge. So feet to the ground. You're either pressing out if you have a strap or hugging in if you have a block. Roll up through your spine. Bring your arms underneath you, interlace your fingers, and breathe deeply. Active legs, whether you're pressing out or hugging in, active legs. Push into your heels. Awaken the back of your legs. You might roll to right side, tuck your left arm under a little more. Roll to left side, tuck your right arm under a little bit more. Open your chest. One more. And release your hands, roll down through your spine. Grab a block. If you have the strap, you can move it out of the way. The block you can move under you. We'll put it on the lowest setting like this, right under the sacrum, a little higher up than you might think, a little higher up towards your back, so that the tip of the tailbone goes off of the block. So your tailbone curls over the edge that way. And then draw your legs up. One leg The other leg, voila, you're there. So your tailbone is off the block. Your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, is plugging into the block. And you can draw your palms up and just close your eyes here. And can you stack your ankles and knees over your hips so that things start to just stack up and feel easy. Plug into that plexus of nerves, your sacrum, like a circuit breaker. One more breath. And then bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the ground. Move your block out from underneath you and roll onto your left side. So we're going to set up for either a left side lie shavasana, or you could do legs up the wall at the wall, just like you did with a block under you. Or you could go back into fish pose where we started. So if you're doing left side lie, the blocks can go right under the right ankle and the right knee. And we'll lie down like so. You're welcome if you have like another blanket or cushion, put that under your bump. Get comfortable. Yeah, nice, Caitlin. If you need help getting set up here, let me know. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, so fish pose, legs up the wall with a block under your pelvis, or left side lie shavasana, maybe a block under your right ankle, right knee. These look good. And just let your body settle into the shape you chose, relaxing, relaxing, relaxing your whole body. Just let your body pour out into this form, this final resting posture you've chosen. Let go, let go, let go. In his film Birth Without Fear, the French obstetrician Frédéric Leboyer describes contractions as waves in an ocean. He talks about these two impulses, the power of the wave And these two impulses and responses we can have in the body. One is to tense up and block the wave. But if you've ever swam in the ocean, you know what happens when you try that. The wave will pummel you. It always wins. It's a great force of nature. And the other option he mentions is to soften and surrender and ride the wave into the shore, like body surfing. Let it carry you in. And when this happens, we align with the force of nature. We can ride it in. So there can be such power in that softening, that harmonizing, that moving with rather than tensing against. Really, no matter what kind of birth you're having, ride the wave. From here, if you're not already, you can roll onto your left side and just rest on your side for a breath. And then find your way on up to seated with your eyes closed. And I know that Zoom is not the best for chanting, but I do want to give it a try. And as I think Kat said, baby can hear. 17 weeks, baby can hear. Baby loves the sound of your voice most of all in the entire world, even if you don't think you have the most beautiful voice. And this is a chant that I learned in my first prenatal teacher training and that I chanted when I was pregnant with both my babies. And I'll share it with you on SoundCloud when I email you the link to this class if you want to chant it and memorize it, learn it by heart, sing it in the shower. It's a really simple one. It's just 4 words, 5 words. The word Om, which you know, and then the word Guru, which means teacher, Kali, the Hindu goddess of transformation, dissolution, destruction, and then the English words mama and baby. And so it kind of links back to this question and this meditation we started with, and you can reflect on what all 4 of these words bring up for you or what they mean for you right now. So teacher, goddess of dissolution, destruction, transformation, just like winter comes before spring can blossom. And then mama and baby. Call and response. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. All together. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Guru, Om Guru, Om. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. All together. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om Mama, Om Mama, Om. Om baby, Om baby, Om baby, Om. Om baby, Om baby, Om baby, Om. Om baby, Om baby, Om. All together. Om baby, Om baby, Om baby, Om. Om baby, Om baby, Om baby, Om. Om baby, Om baby, Om. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer seal. We'll seal it all with one final Om. Deep breath in together. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing in the circle, for moving. I'm back in November, so if you can't catch the whole group, feel free to reach out to me and I can send you practices a la carte. I know some of you mentioned stuff in your schedules for November.